Hello guys, welcome back to our channel IELTS Winner. Hope you all are doing fine and staying safe in your houses and preparing for your IELTS. Today I am back again with a jumbo answer for many cue cards. That is one master answer for 7 cue cards, all related to cities and places. So this is again from the latest May to August makkar cue cards, so that this will help you to prepare yourself for upcoming exams. If you haven't watched our last cue card, jumbo cue card related to places that answered for 11 cue cards, do go subscribe our channel and watch that video. Today we are going to see 7 cue cards which will answer related to cities and places. So again the same thing, you need to adjust according to the cue card. Do not just memorize the answers, but read how cohesion is given, how well it is constructed, and what kind of vocabulary we can use for these 7 cue cards. Okay, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that we can help you much more in your journey of getting your desired band score and flying to your desired country. Let's begin our today's session. So the 7 cue cards that are going to be discussed today are these questions. Describe a town or city you would like to live in future. So a place that you would love to live in future. Okay, so it should be a bit more about future tense. Okay, describe a plan in your life that is not related to study or work. I have included this cue card in this. You can include it in other cue cards as well. Because the question says not related to study or work, I have related it to place by saying that the plan for my life is that to settle down in this city. Okay, that is my plan. To reside in a particular place. That is my future plan. Describe a tall building in your city you like or dislike. Okay, so because I'm going to stay in this place, I'm going to describe about the building of that city. So that can also be included in this cue card. See, there is no task achievement mark in your IELTS speaking, so you can adjust your stories until and unless you are fluent, good pronunciation, and you are having good grammar accuracy. Your bands are not going to be affected. So don't worry that how describe a tall building in your city is going to be accumulated here. Okay, so do not worry about the task achievement marks. Task achievement is important to get the topic specific vocabulary. So just worry about your fluency, your pronunciation, and your flow, your good fluency, your command over the language, and that will give you 7+ band scores in your IELTS speaking. The next one is describe a company where you live that employs a lot of people. So a company related in that particular place. Describe a quiet place you like to spend time. So quiet place can be any place, okay? A city, a seashore, a building, a monument, anything. Describe a time you got lost in a place you didn't know. So again, a place, a city, a town. Describe a party of a city you like. Okay, so any place where the party, the function, the event you loved. So all these cue cards will be answered in the upcoming video. We will cover all the important words and describe the place. As you can see, it's mostly about the place. Describe a party in a city, a place you got lost, a quiet place, a company. Company is of course going to be in a city. Tall building, of course, in a city or a place. A plan in your life to reside in a city, a town or a city. Okay, so everything is related to place, cities, and towns. So that is why we can use this answer which is going to be discussed for any of these cue cards. So first thing, introduction. As it is said, first impression is the best impression. One thing I would like to say here is that if you are very good at idioms, do include the idioms in your answers. It is very important. But if you're not that good, just like me, if you have less knowledge about the idioms, you can cover it up by proverbs, phrasal languages. Okay, as you can see in my answers, the idioms will be very less, but phrasal language will be in abundance. So you can't what you can say is you can substitute the idioms with phrases, but idiomatic language is essential to get 8 in your IELTS speaking. So how to introduce? Start with good phrases. As a horophile. What is horophile? The hard words, okay, the meanings of hard words is giving at the end of the video. You can just go and watch it if you want to learn. As a horophile is nothing but a person who loves to travel, a person who always travels, loves to travel. So as a horophile, I tend to visit varied places according to my mood and adventure. So I visit many places. So because I'm talking about places, how will I know about many places? Because I travel to those places. So that is why I have started the cue card in this way. Places, when you visit, only then you will come to know about the cities, or you can describe them. So that is why it's good to relate it to traveling. But today I would like to share with you my desire. Rather, you can say my future aim with you. Okay, so your intonation, your fluctuation of your voice is very important. So here I am including, as you can see, my desire, rather you can say my future aim. So now I have included the cue card, describe a plan of your life. So I have included that cue card here. It may seem silly, but I want to have my own quiet abode in a city called Augusta. Quiet abode, describe a quiet place. Okay, so I have included some information about that cue card. Augusta, situated in Australia. So this is a place in Australia. So I am name the place and its country. Because if you give a local name or local city name, the person may not know where it is. So you need to give the country name as well. It's very important. And do not give any regional explanations or regional building. If you give regional names, then do translate it into English language. It's not only my futuristic goal to achieve, but also a dream that needs to be fulfilled for various reasons. Okay, so I have given an introduction because I am a travel lover. I know many places, but today I will try to give my plan of future, and that is to reside in this place, Augusta. So I have covered 2 cue cards here. Now coming to main part, that is describing the place, how I know the place. And here I will be answering about the cue card, describe a party that you know. Okay, so these things I will be including in this paragraph. To be frank, I have been to this place 2 years back, and since then I am completely in love with its quiet, but at the same time modernized living. Okay, so I am describing about a place. So the first keyword, describe about a place you want to live in future. So why I want to live? Because I went there 2 years back. I got attracted to it, and that is why it has become my aim to live in that place. Okay, I'm not just flying in the air, but I have visited it, and that is why I like to live there. That is my aim, because of its beauty and whatever I saw when I went there. That is the reason for me. So there is a cohesion, a moving forward in my answer, that why I want to live in that place. So that cue card has been included here, as well as quiet. Again, quiet place has been included. When I landed there before for a New Year party, so a party that you have liked in a city, so New Year party. Okay, so I am including that cue card here. I was just fascinated by its picturesque natural beauty. So now when you are describing the place, lots of adjectives will be included while describing the places. If you don't know much of the descriptive language for places, do watch our short video on the channel about what adjectives you can use to describe the place. Okay, so picturesque, very beautiful, like a picture. When we took a tour of the island, the place looked silk-earth to me. Silk-earth means unusual, different, yet pleasing, yet admirable. Okay, so something that is unusual, you have not seen, you don't know, but quite interesting, attractive. So that is called silk-earth. Okay, it is not a touristy spot. Touristy means it's not touristy actually means a place that is visited by lots of tourists, but here I'm saying it's not a touristy spot. Because I'm saying it's a bit a quiet place, I'm saying it's not a tourist. There are no tourists, there are no lots of tourists, but still. Okay, so here I'm going to include the cue card, describe a tall building that you know. Okay, so I'm going to include that cue card here. It is not a touristy spot. But still it has a world-renowned building called Jewel Cave, which is seriously awe-inspiring. So again, I am describing the place. A funny thing that I vividly remember about this trip is that near this monument, I was lost in enchanting beauty of this place and became a solivagant. Solivagant means a wanderer. Okay, became a wanderer, lost. I got lost in that place. So here, if you see, I'm saying that I was lost. So there was a cue card in the beginning that will say describe a place you got lost into. So now I'm including that cue card here, and I'm saying that when I was just wandering around the monument, I was just lost in its enchanting beauty, and I became a solivagant. Solivagant means became a wanderer. I was just roaming here and there, and I lost my way. After a few minutes, I realized that I have lost my way and my husband and started to panic a bit. So here, phrasal. After 30 minutes of search, somehow I managed to catch hold of my hotel name and reached there where already my husband was waiting anxiously for me. It was scary, but I suppose all's well that ends well. So here I have tried to use an idiom, though I am not good at it, but this is what we learned in our primary school, I think. So I tried to include it. So include your idioms or proverbs very appropriately. It should not be just for including something. It should fit accurately. So as you can see, there are good describing lexical resources. There is a cohesion in my answer. First, I went there and then I got lost into it and it became my aim. And then I got lost and then I'm describing about the building and then I'm ending it like sort of ending it. So there is a cohesion. The way you speak will give your fluency and pronunciation. So be natural. Do not go to, if you forget the word solivagant or if you're not getting the word solivagant, just go for simple word. Okay. So enchanting beauty of this place and became a wanderer. I'm not getting the word solivagant. So it's okay to say wanderer at that place. Don't stop and say, I became no, do not do that. Do not hesitate. Do not stammer. Do not search for the word. The main thing is that you are fluent in the language, and that is what is being judged in your IELTS speaking. We are not going to use these high-five words in our day-to-day life when we travel to other locations, right? So do not worry if you are not able to produce good words at that moment. You can put it in some other place. Whenever you remember, try to include it. But for remembering the lexical resource, do not forget your fluency, cohesion and your pronunciation, because even if you say wanderer, there is a chance you'll get 7 or 7 plus because of your fluency and good pronunciation. So work on those areas. Do not worry about putting hi-fi complex vocabularies instead of focusing on fluency and your proper pronunciation. Okay, so worry about them first, and then if you are able to include the lexical resources, fantastic. Now a little bit more about why I like or why it has become now the aim and the other cue card that company that employs a lot of people and quiet place. I'm going to include those cue cards answers here in this paragraph. Though it is a contemporary city, the quiet and peaceful sea surrounding is worth the visit. So now I'm going to include quiet and peaceful sea surrounding because it is surrounded by sea and this is the quiet place. I would love to be there. This is the main reason for my decision to stay in this place in my near future. Okay, so the main reason why I want to live in that quiet place, because it is quiet and peaceful and it is sea. Sea is the main place. The calmness and soothing experience in the island cannot be attained in my current bustling town. In my bustling town means very crowded and always a shouting and noisy place. I cannot get that quiet calmness. That is why I want to live here, which is a very quiet place. Not only this, but the job opportunities for my family members are in abundance as the place has employers who are generous in giving work to suitable candidates. So now I'm including the company who employs a lot of people. So here I'm saying not only it is quiet and peaceful place for me to live, but also the other reason why I want to live in this city is that it has a lot of opportunity for my family members, for job opportunity, because employers are very generous in giving work to suitable candidates. So I have progressed in my answer in a cohesive way, and along with it I have included the cue card answer. The company which I am eyeing for, so here again a phrasal language. The company which I am eyeing for is a fishing merchandise which loves to hire people if they are good enough for their rules. Okay, so fishing merchandise. I am giving a cohesion, what to say, common sense answers, because I'm saying it is sea surrounded, so that is why fishing merchandise. So according to your quiet place location, you can go for your company choice. Okay, so it is very essential that when you uh, answer to the cue card, you see that everything is related, the story is in cohesion, the story has some meaning in it. It's not that one is going north and other one is going south. It's quiet and peaceful mall cannot be quiet and peaceful, and that is why I'm eyeing for a fishing merchandise. Okay, so when I'm surrounded between malls or mountains, how can I go for fishing merchandise? There is no cohesion, there is no stepwise progression, a relation, there is no common relation between the things. So when you give such unrelated answer, that doesn't sound good and that doesn't give an impression of good command over the language. So try to give a good cohesive as well as related and relevant answers. That is where fluency and cohesion comes into work. That 25% weightage is also essential. So this is how I have answered all cue card. I had described about the quiet place, I described about the company and the reason for me to live in this place, why I want to live in this place in future. And in the first half, I had described about the tall building, I described about a party and my aim in future, the plan of future. So I have covered almost all the cue cards and I have answered well with good cohesion as well as good lexical resources. The pronunciation again depends on the way you answer. Now I need to conclude. If you are not stopped by now, you can give a conclusion. For sure, everyone wants to fulfill their heart desires, and I am no exception. I am fully prepared to live in this restful and serene area, just like I wish. So here I am answering two cue cards. That is my dream to live in that place and the quiet place, both, and the plan as well. So three cue cards are being answered in one line. Hopefully, within a year, I will land in this charming, tranquil cosmos. So charming and tranquil. Tranquil means quiet, restful, serene place. Okay. So I have concluded. If you are not stopped by now, you can conclude. If you are stopped, then well and good, just leave it. So this is how we construct our answer, keeping in our mind the four marking criteria, and the most important one in that is your pronunciation and your fluency. Then comes your grammar and last is your lexical resources. So prepare according to that. Here are the hard words or the topic specific vocabularies related to those cue cards. Okay, horrified, one who loves to travel, Selkoth, unfamiliar, strange, and yet marvelous. So the place which I was talking about was Selkoth to me. That means it was unfamiliar. I didn't know it. Strange, quite different, but yet marvelous. That is why I kept my eye to live in that place. Touristy, visited by tourists. Solivagant, a person wandering alone. So when I was looking around the building, I became a solivagant. I was just wandering alone in that place by captivated by its enchanting beauty. Serene, tranquil, restful, all are synonyms for quiet place. So using lots of synonym is a favorite thing to do in your IELTS, whether it is writing, speaking, reading, listening, whatever. Synonyms, paraphrasing is most loved part of IELTS. So have a good command on these skills. Hope these areas have helped you and you know how to answer to these 7 cue cards. Keep watching our other videos for other topics that we'll be uploading one by one, and also keep an eye on the latest predicted questions of May, August with answers and planning and ideas so that you know how to write your essays as well. So these videos will help you not only to prepare effectively but also to do smart work rather than hard work, because we are all busy in our day-to-day life, in our work and our house and all sorts of things. So these ideas and these way of preparing helps us to save our time, at the same time get the best result out of shortcuts. Okay, so do watch our videos and please subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video for more practices on reading listening on daily basis. Subscribe to our website ieltswinners.net, where all the 4 modules along with practice for grammar is uploaded on alternate days. So it will give you a boost on practicing every day on various things. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.